I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Global Book Network, we're diving into a gripping crime thriller that spans decades and crisscrosses the country. The name of the book we're talking about today is Gone But Not Forgotten. It is written by a terrific author by the name of R.J. Waters. It is a page-turning mystery about obsession, justice, and the chilling trail of a serial killer. With relentless pursuit, emotional stakes, and real-life police work, this novel will leave true crime fans hooked. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put him on TV today. We ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. Robert, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. This book is very real. I'd imagine your background in law enforcement has a lot to do with that. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, basically, I've been in public service all along. I started off as an ambulance driver in California, Palo Alto mainly, and then I got involved in the police work, and I started working as a police officer after I was already an ambulance driver for some time. So I got hired by the Gilroy Police Department, which is a smaller town south of San Jose. And I started working there. And I was there for a while. And then I had an opportunity to move to Morgan Hill, which is 15 miles away. And that's where this story begins. The Gone But Not Forgotten is true. The first couple chapters is pretty realistic of what I saw and went through. I was just I wasn't a rookie, but I was a patrolman. I was working graveyard, and that's when this situation is that I basically witnessed this woman getting drugged by a truck. I did not see it. I could hear her. It was summer. The window was down, and I was patrolling like 2:30 in the morning, and I saw this 18-wheeler coming down the road, and I was on the other side, but I could hear this terrible scraping noise. And he turned a corner to park by a gas station, and I went on patrolling down the road because I figured he'd heard the noise and he was getting out. So I go up a few blocks, and there's a motel there with a car with a door open in the driveway. The newspaper people usually come in time of night, but this one had the door open. The motor was running. Nobody was there, and there was a lady's purse on the seat. And my big clue was, women may leave their car running, but they're not going to leave their purse. So I go to the step back out, looking down the street where the truck was, and that's when I could not see anything. He was around the corner by then, but I get up and start going down there. And as I say in the story, I start seeing a track in the side of the road. And the path just got bigger and bigger. And as I got by the corner, it showed moisture. So I go around the corner, and there is no truck, but there is a body of a woman laying there. So that all is true. I do write the story as an officer who witnessed this, was motivated to feel he had to somehow find that trucker.
Mm.
Yeah, he was gone. It was nighttime at, I say, 2:30 in the morning, and it was in a midweek. It was no real traffic, but we didn't have anybody really to call to go try and find him.
Mm.
We had three officers in our little burg. Up the road goes San Jose, but trying to get a hold of anybody at that time of night to look for it, it didn't work.
Mm.
So I really had no part in any investigation because I was a patrolman.
Mm.
Detectives came out and took care of it, but it always bothered me.
Yeah.
And so the way I got into this is after I retired, because I moved on a couple other departments and worked for the state of Nevada as an investigator. And I retired a couple of years ago, a while ago. And my wife says, you got such good stories, write them down.
Mm.
Well, I did. And she's looked at them and she says, you can write a book. I'm like,
Uh,
"I'll write a book." And, but I did. I was, we'd moved down here we were from Carson City
mhm.
at the time. And we moved down here and for nothing better to do, I volunteered to drive cancer patients to their
Mm.
treatment. And you'd pick them up at the house and it'd be 1, 2 hours or more treatment. And I would sit there in the car while they were getting their treatment. And I had my a computer and I started writing.
Well,
And that's where that came from. And it's from then on, using experience, uh, I developed the story.
well, it's amazing. You were using your time in a good way to help cancer patients and then using your time in a good way to write this wonderful book and elaborate on a story or a real life incident that had taken place, much, much earlier. You have a sequel to this book, I understand it, Cold
Yes, I
but Not
do.
Forgotten. Tell us about Cold but Not
Uh,
Forgotten.
we have gone but not forgotten and cold but not forgotten. And I'm working on another one that is You Are Not Forgotten, but I'm not ready for it yet.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And I understand you also wrote a book about Area 51. That's kind of a humorous look at it, right?
Yeah, I just wanted a beer, and it is an entirely different thing. It is Area 51 and who really lives there, what goes on there, and it, I have no knowledge of it. I've never been on Area 51, even though I drive by it. But
Yeah,
it's been interesting how people take that book. It is kind of lighthearted starting, and it is. You can see on the cover, there's a big black German Shepherd dog,
yeah,
and there's a flying saucer up above it, and so um, therein is the story,
yeah.
and
Um,
it's where it came from in my mind. I don't know, but I made it, and uh, I'm really happy with it. It was
Excellent.
I'd never done anything like that as far as writing for the police work in that story. I was writing reports for many years.
Mm.
So that to me, with my imagination, I was able to create the stories.
Wonderful.
This one, just somehow or other, I got in that other mode and got it going, and I'm kind of proud of it.
Yeah, you should be. You should be. You're a great writer. I haven't read those books yet, but I have read this one, and this one was terrific. Have you envisioned Gone but Not Forgotten as a film, perhaps, or a movie?
I certainly could see it doing that, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, Hollywood hasn't come beating on my door, but yes, I can definitely see that it could be uh, it could be that, and you could run the two together as a television series.
Yeah, exactly. It could be a series, particularly have the sequel,
Yeah.
Cold but Not Forgotten, as well. Why do you think people are kind of intrigued and fascinated by serial killings?
That's a good question. I think you have the awareness that there are some strange people out there,
Mhm.
and they go and somebody gets killed here and there, that's one thing. But when you wind up with a pattern
Yeah.
and you start seeing this, it's like, oh, that's a sick person.
Yeah.
And the story of the trucker and all, even though I personally do not know anything that came of that case, um, except what I developed based on my experience and my knowledge in the field. I created what happened and made my officer, over the years of his career, kept looking for this truck driver. And that's basically what the story is. Along with that, I moved from, we started with Morgan Hill, which is a little town, and I personally moved on and but did not do as my author does. He My character, he winds up going to the county, and then he becomes a detective.
Yeah.
Then he goes to Elko, and uh, that's where the story takes place. And he moves on there, and he starts every chance he gets clues on this type of happening.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, serial killers of truckers is is something that happens.
Sure. They've
The
got
world
the
of the interstate driver and all is that's a whole different world to live in that.
exactly, exactly. And they've got the anonymous victims, usually people who are either drug addicted or sex workers or something like that. The name of
Right.
the book we've been talking about today is Gone but Not Forgotten. It is written by a terrific author. His name is R.J. Waters. It is a riveting crime novel that justice isn't just a goal, but it is a lifelong pursuit. Robert, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed this.
I enjoyed speaking with you as well. I appreciate your insight, your wisdom, and your great public service. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford for the Global Book Network. So long for now.